Today we are graced by Link, and its presence is obviously, well, like, hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Giulia, and in case you didn't notice, I build in The Sims 4, and today we are building something that I swear it was just a coincidence, but it's kind of related to the new expansion pack, Businesses and Hobbies. The name is such a tongue twister, and I have no idea why they've decided to give it this title, but it's fine. I'm very excited actually for this expansion pack, and I'm very curious to see what else is going to come out with it, what are all of the features. But this build is kind of related because I've decided to build apartments. I did a poll on both here on the YouTube community thingy and also on Instagram and Twitter, and in all of them basically apartments win, and so I've decided to build apartments. And at first I wanted to build an apartment complex. So I've decided to build apartments, and at first I wanted to build like an apartment complex, but then I don't know why, but I gravitated towards Parisian inspired apartments. Now, when I build something inspired by a city, a place, a nation, even a country, it's never going to be identical, it's just an inspiration. So I took a heavy inspiration from Paris and I went with it, and I built this build basically. It has 6 apartments, one is very tiny, and the focal point was the rooftop apartment. Is the only one you're going to see in this speed build and even in the tour, because I furnished all of the other ones, but they are very basic, so I didn't think it would be all that interesting to see them. If you download this build, that you can find on the gallery, my ID is Giuliabuilds, the same as here. I'm Giuliabuilds everywhere, basically. If you download this build, you'll be able to see all of the apartments, and I really hope you do like it. I had a ton of fun building this one, but let me go back on track for a second. The reason why this one is influenced or inspired or whatever you want to call it by the new expansion pack is because it also has a coffee shop on the ground floor, and also a gym. I actually built this one with for rent in my mind. I wanted to split all the different apartments with the for rent expansion pack feature, but then I didn't do that because it's very glitchy trying to build with that expansion pack. So it's uploaded on the gallery as a residential, and you can split it up if you have for rent for gameplay. And I'm actually not sure how it's going to work with the new expansion pack, because it has a feature similar to for rent where you can split up the apartment section and the workplace section, but I'm not sure you can have multiple apartments, so for different households. So yeah, I don't know how that's going to work, but you can use this one both as an apartment and a business, which I think it's very cool. Of course, this one is not using any of the new items I was about to say for rent, but with the business pack, I'm going to call it the business pack. It's way simpler to remember and it's not such a tongue twister of a name as the original expansion pack name. But anyway, that aside, to sum up everything I've just said, because it feels like I've been rambling for 5 minutes without saying anything, you will find 6 apartments here, a coffee shop and a gym. So yeah, basically it's a multifunctional lot, and I'm actually so happy with how it came out. I loved working on the exterior. It was my favorite part of the whole build. I had fun also with the interiors, but they're kind of small. Even though this build may seem massive, it's actually built on a 30 by 20 lot in Windenburg, so it's not that big. And on the inside as well is not that big. But yes, I had a lot of fun creating this one. I always have a lot of fun building cities or parts of cities or streets, because I kind of lose myself in the details. It's my favorite part of builds. I love adding more and more details, and this one was not an exception. I've added like street signs and zebra crossings and cars and a lot of plants and greenery and all of the lampposts. It's one of my favorite things of building, adding all of the little details. I love them. He's here again. I don't know how long he's planning to stay, but speaking of the new expansion pack, I'm very curious to know your opinion on it. I'm curious to know whether you are excited for it or if you were expecting something different. What are your opinions in general on the pack? I am personally very excited. I cannot wait to see what's going to come with it. I'm also excited about seeing more of, obviously, the build and buy stuff, because the new world looks Europeanish, maybe like the northern cities of Europe. Denmark, Sweden, I don't know. I've never been to Denmark or Sweden, but I don't know, it kind of gave me that feeling. So I'm very excited to see the city or the world. I'm excited to see all of the objects that are going to come out. I saw in the trailer some windows, and I'm very happy to see those. I always love to get more windows because, as you know, I love building exteriors. I'm happy and curious to see them, but I'm also very curious to see all about the gameplay. I'm curious to see how the businesses will work. I'm curious to see how the classes will work, and most of all, since I've never built a vet clinic, I'm curious to know if we can build a vet clinic and have an apartment like upstairs. I'd love that. I don't know if it would work. I'm definitely going to try, and it would be a great occasion to build a vet clinic for the first time, because I've never built one, weirdly. I mean, it's my job, but I've never built one. Anyway, as I said before, you're going to see only one apartment in the speed build and in the tour as well, but I really like this apartment. I've used soft colors as always. I mean, by the time you know I'm a very neutral girly. I don't like very strong ones. I'm a huge fan of pastel colors, and this build was no exception. So I've used a lot of whites and creams and a bit of black, and I've used also the new kits that came out. I've used PARISIan's new kit, the Refined Living Room, I think it's called. And I love every single item that comes with that kit. I think this build uses maybe them all. I don't know if I use them all in this particular apartment, but for sure I've used some of them in all of the other apartments. Also, I've used Mishuno-san's new kit. It was the first time using it because when it came out, I think I had just released my Italian villa build. I had just finished building it and then the kit came out, and so I didn't have a way to use them. And then my next build was a base game only one. So in the base game only one, I couldn't use kits, so I didn't. And this was my first time using some items from the kit, and I love it. I think when custom content creators create actually something for the game, it's always amazing. They always know what we want. Also, I know that there has been a new base game update. I know that came with kitchen counters. I've seen them. I love them. They are so beautiful. It was needed. Listen to me, it was needed. We desperately needed more base game counters, and I think They are amongst the prettiest we have so far in game. So I'm very excited to use them as well. They are not in this build because, as per usual, the update came out and I had already finished this one. So yeah, I played around with them a bit, but not in this build. However, if you want them, you can, substitute the ones I've used and place the base game ones because they are gorgeous. And I think they would go very well with this particular apartment. So very excited. I cannot wait to use them in a build. And I was thinking, what if I make another base game only one? Maybe, I don't know. I have to see how my inspiration will juggle my spirit, I guess. But anyway, so yeah, the base game update, chef kiss, I love it. And also there are new windows and doors. I'm very happy about those as well. And I cannot wait to use them in a build. I will soon, maybe, I don't know. You let me know what you want me to build next. Maybe I will do another base game one, actually. I know I always arrive late. Like, as we say in Italian, I always arrive after the dust. Yeah, I'm slow, I'm busy, and that's how life goes. So, yeah, let me know what you think. Another kit that I didn't have the chance to use until now was the one that came with coffee shop items. I'm sorry, I don't remember all of the names. We have like a gazillion kits and a gazillion packs as well, so it's bound to happen that I don't remember names. But the one that came with all the coffee things, was it the Cozy Bistro kit? Maybe? It could be that one. Anyway, the one with coffee shop items. I finally got to use it for the coffee shop. Basically, the coffee shop is entirely made with that kit. It comes with so many nice items for coffee shops. And I think the style as well fits very well with a Parisian style coffee. The name itself uses a French word, so it's like a match made in heaven. And I really like that kit as well. I'm not the biggest fan of kits. I think we have too many already. It's like, 2 years that kits have been out, and we have already 1,000 of them, which I don't know how I feel about. But at the same time, it's nice to have bite-sized items for whoever wants to have some more build items, and you don't have to get them all. You get my point. I don't know how I feel about them releasing 1,000 kits each month, basically. And also, in the roadmap that we just got, we came to know that soon we are going to get 2 or 3 more kits, like in May, at the beginning of May, which is ridiculous. We got 5 in the span of less than a month, and I'm happy to get more items, don't get me wrong. I love getting new items, but at the same time, I don't know, it feels a bit cash grabby in my opinion. So yeah, I don't know, let me know what you think about this as well. In this build, I've also used the gamer kit, the one Lil Simsy made in collaboration with The Sims, and I really like that one as well. I think the desk and like the IKEA cubes are my favorite things. I'm not such a fan of all of the clutter items. I think they're a bit childish for my tastes, but I was able to use the plant as well, even though it has feet, and I'm not a huge fan of the little feet at the bottom of the vase, but it's fine. I mean, I use the tool mod as per usual to hide the little feet, and the plant is actually pretty nice. Obviously, as per usual, I've used the tool mod in this build. You can find all of the links to download it as well in the description box down below. But we are actually at the end of this speed build, and I really hope you liked it. And actually, Link stayed with me for basically the whole video, which is lovely. I love that. Thank you. You are very warm and very appreciated. But yeah, I'll stop rambling. I really do hope you liked this video. If you did, well, like it and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and hopefully I will see you all in my next build. Let me know which one you would like to see me build. Bye!
La sua esistenza nell'ambiente, quindi è talmente...
We're playing. It's a hide and seek game. Come on. The city thingy where he's staying here. He chose me. I feel very blessed and happy. He chose me. Beady boopy boopy boop. Boop. Booty booty boop. Booty booty boop. Beady dee dee dee.